And I really was hoping that you take a break with me. Enjoy this jealousy. So we're back with another explanation. So after much studying, research, reading, and things of that nature, we've come up with some theories. Well, some facts and theories. So we are going to zone in. The first place is Europe. Okay. Now, for all of those that are unaware, this is Europe. Okay. So if we come in closer right here, it's mountains. So if I slowly go out from the Caucasus Mountains, we would see to the left the Black Sea, and then immediately to the right, the Caspian Sea. Now, if we look right above the Caucasus Mountain, this right here, this yellow piece, is part of Russia. So from the Caucasus Mountains, we have Russia. Why is that important? Well, I'll do these videos in parts so that it makes more sense. And I'm going to be doing layman's terms, so if you want scientific terminology and things of that nature, yeah. So, it was said, if we come here, Saudi Arabia, Mecca. It is said, and I'm just going to give you guys the roundabout, not the details. I will add a video in the description link that you guys can go and watch to further explain this. But once you put this with the videos, you'll be able to see. So again, we have here Mecca. And if we go up, we will see Jerusalem. Right? So it was said that Yaqub started from Mecca. Now you can go and watch the story on, again, Yaqub, and put everything in order. Now these are the facts. We know that there is a lack of gene in Caucasians who are said to come from the Caucasus Mountains. Now, the whole thing is that no one can just appear in the Caucasus Mountains. So where do they come from? That's where we get the theory of Yaqub. Because we also know for a fact that Caucasians lack a gene called OCA2, which is a mutation, and it doesn't allow them to have melanin in their skin, hair, or eyes. Right? Now, per scientists and everyone else, scholars and things of that nature, that gene can be traced back to being missing around the time Yaqub was on Earth. Now, he is said to have grafted the Caucasians by mating certain people with certain people. Right? So it says that he started in Mecca. He ended up somewhere up here in Syria. He finished school, all of that. And then he came back and was trying to teach everyone his whatever. He got arrested. His followers were told to leave. Yaqub and his followers left the Red Sea. Left on the Red Sea and traveled all the way around, supposedly, up into the agency. Now, if you can see how small the sea is and what's next to it. This is the agency. And this is what, guys? Greece. So now let's go with history. We know for a fact that Greece is one of the Caucasians' most loved and treasured places. In fact, if you go back to one of my other videos, you will see that everything from everywhere, no matter the time frame, came back to Greece, saying that it originated from Greece, which it did not. Because one, these people, Caucasians, could not have existed without the original melanated people. That is a fact. Melanated women can make any type of baby. Caucasian women cannot. I know that's going to make some people so angry. But facts is not about making people comfortable. Okay? So, this is what we have to understand. Now, it was said that they tried to come back. So, they came down and tried to come back to Mecca, to their home, where they thought was their home, because that's where Yaqub was from, and that's who made them essentially 600 years later. So, yeah, it took 600 years. Again, I believe I did a video on the Yaqub situation, but if not, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go and check out the details and put it on your timeline, see how everything plays out. But we know for a fact that Greece is one of the main Caucasian attractions. Not only that, so is Italy, which we see here. Rome resides in Italy. Now, let me just take you through a quick rundown. Over here, we have Spain, France, Germany, Budapest, Romania, Belgrade, just so you can get a familiar place of where everything is. Ukraine, Poland, Finland, Sweden, Norway. And yes, guys, this is a different map than the last one we were using. This one is a much, much bigger one. This is Turkey. Again, this is Georgia, where the Caucasus Mountains reside. Baku. So now, if there are all of these Caucasian, English, Spain, which is Spanish, French, German, Finland, Sweden, Norway, all of these are of Caucasian dialects. Russia, all of these are Caucasian dialects. So when someone says they speak French, German, Dutch, Spanish, European, any of those, that's a Caucasian dialect. And it originates from Proto-Indo-European. Go check it out. Which essentially is Indo-European, which is Indo is like a collective. Now again, this is the area where Caucasians originated, frequent, loved, claimed, right? So when they were done there, where did they go? Over here to Asia, right? So we have China, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Syria, Thailand, Cambodia, just so you have just a general outlook on where everything is. This is North Korea. That's South Korea. This is Japan. So yeah, it's good to, Vietnam is down here. So again, it's good to just have a calendar so that when you're reading books or anything, you can place where your stories are being told. So one thing we know is that supposedly Babylonians started here, right? So if you go and look up, I'm not going to go into detail. If you go and look up the Indus Valley civilization and the caste system and the Vedas, things like that, you will see the proof that, and look up the word sutra. That's when the Caucasians came into this area and started indoctrinating them and conquering their lands and fighting them and war and all of that. Now, Caucasians are also known to be considered vampires. Why? And I showed you guys this in another video. But why are they considered to be vampires? Because they cannot be in the sun, right? They have to use sunscreen, and they can only come out during the nighttime, which is what is the story around vampires. Go watch Underworld. That will let you know exactly. When you're thinking about vampires, think about Caucasians. When you're thinking about werewolves, think about melanated folk. That will help you put together what I'm explaining here. But yes, the caste system, things of that nature, will all explain sutras, how they believe that they were superior. I don't know how, but, and if you look in anything in history, Christianity, songs, they always trying to white out everything. White out everything is meant to be pure. But again, take a quick look at this area. And then look at the size and the abundance of these areas. Look at the size of the actual countries inside of the continent. Look at how big and plentiful they are. And then come over here. And this is what we have for Europe, for the Caucasians. We also know that, really quickly, I'm just going to run through this. We also know that in this area, South America, and if we go up North America, we, melanated folk, that is, were in these areas first. All around this entire map, the full entire map. So now I'm hoping that that will clear up a little bit more. I will make another video going into more detail. But I just wanted to give a quick outlook of just how this is all going to play out. Until next time, guys. I really was hoping that you take a break with me. Enjoy this jealousy.